Hey beloved, how are you doing today? I've been out on the property cleaning up. It's windy as heck here. It's one of the things. I love living by the ocean, but I hate living by the ocean. And this ain't one of those nice little warm sweetie pie oceans. This is up in Washington State. It's cold as crap out there. I've been out there in my shorts trying to surf fish like an idiot before. My feet were so numb. I'm wearing a pair of those Keens and a pair of shorts. My friend, he has on like a scuba shit and all that shit, and he's got all that. He got out right after me. I lasted long enough until my feet were so numb I thought I was going to get pulled out in a riptide, and I wasn't catching shit but crabs anyway. So it's a good day, beloved. We're alive any day above the grave. God can bless you, and he can make changes. He can move us to a better place. So today, as usual, I had to feed the animals. I got to take Chippy outside. He's an old dog I have here. He's a pug, and usually his tail's down because he's kind of shaky and wobbly, but today his tail was up. I'm just feeding him meat. You need to eat what you need to eat to gain the strength. And now he's up. He's still shaky, but he's outside. And so every day I put him out a little bit more when it's sunny, and sometimes I'll put him out when the weather's a little edgy, just for a few minutes, okay? But not enough to get him cold, because you kind of, that plant needs that wind to gain strength as it grows, okay? So today I'm out here and I'm feeding the seagulls, and Gimpy came in today. Gimpy's got a busted foot, and it's hard for him to land because he's got to kind of do a belly flop on one leg, and he comes in crash diving. But he knows that I'll put food over for him. He'll look at me. There's some of the seagulls that kind of grew up around here because we've been feeding them like for about 10 years, okay? I fed them originally to keep them from eating all the food that my chickens were getting. I'd feed them some scraps, and after I had chickens, I'd still feed them because they keep the eagles from hunting our cats, And if you live in a country area, you got rodents, you got raccoons, you need stuff to keep it away, So we use nature to fight nature, and we feed the seagulls. Well, Gimpy's this handicap when his foot's all busted, and we take care of him. But he knows that I'll put some food over by him. And when you see animals, my wife was talking to me about this the other day. She's very wise. She sees things. I saw this, and I was doing it, but I didn't equate it to people. When I go walking into the group of seagulls, they'll scatter. But if I stop and stand still and I'm not threatening, they'll come back. The ones that know me, they'll come close, okay? And like the crows, you go to throw some food for the crows freak out, fly away, and you throw the food, the seagulls get it. So you got to kind of throw the food for them over here a little bit. Take them over and throw a little bit to them because they're all freaked out and they have their own way of dealing with things. That's the way it is with people. God wants to be close to you. He's there. He's right there. But then something happens, or you think about something spiritual, and we all get these frontal lobe bugaboos. We're like, I can't handle spiritual things. I'm so scared. He'll eat me. We're no smarter than animals. I don't know if I put it in a video yet. I was going to, but about 4 videos got screwed up because I didn't check for sound, and it's really hard because it's very windy out here. But like one of the videos I had, let's say this is my laptop screen or my tablet, and it's on a desk. My dog, Lily, she would get up on my leg, and I'm sitting here at my computer desk, and if she saw something on the computer screen, on the laptop, or on my, my monitor, she'd look at it, and there'd be a bird or a dog or cat or something. She would get out, and she would go around and look behind the screen, thinking it's back here in the box. She thinks there's little people in the box. And you're like, oh, that's just stupid animals. Well, I guarantee you, if you went during the middle of the French Revolution, you set up a little box with a curtain around it, and you had a way to put a laptop and could get internet or whatever, and you've got a video there, they would go look around because they would know you have tiny little miniature people behind that curtain. Because intelligence, like everything nowadays, intelligence is on a spectrum. There's different kinds of intelligence. Don't worry about IQ and EQ. There's so many ways to quotient intelligence, and when people make the scale, they screw it up, Okay, they just do. They judge you wrong. They judge themselves wrong. They don't have any method to understand and judge where things are really at for them. And they're scared. We're so terrified. We live all our life in various fears. Oh, they won't like me. Oh, they'll leave me if I don't do this. Oh, if I don't do that, I'll lose my job and I'll starve to death. Yeah, that's just the reality. I always hated shaving. I mean, I used to shave for years, and then sometimes I'd work places where I could have a mustache or goatee, and sometimes I'd grow it, and sometimes I'd have a full beard. But most of the time, I had to shave, and I hated it because my beard is like, You could sand cars with my 9 a.m. shadow, okay? It's just that way. I've been sent back 3 times from inspection when I'm bleeding to death because they can see hairs under the skin. Just my hairs on my face are just so much stronger than any hairs I want. It's just reality, right? Okay, they can't judge you. I can't judge you. You can't judge you. You can't change anything. You can't make hair grow or not grow. You can't make yourself a different person, but you can let him fix the person and be the person inside of you, the better person that you want to be. You don't want, I mean, we're all dicks, okay? I'm an asshole, but you don't want to be an asshole. You actually, even the nastiest person, probably at some time wants to be nice to people. I mean, they say Hitler was great to his dogs. I don't want to see anything. Don't send me any shit, okay? I'm just making a point, okay? We all want to not be assholes, but we're hurting and we're broken. And they tell us, no, 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 you've evolved. You're the smartest thing that ever lived. Here, take this pill. Here, do this thing. Here, go to school and get this degree. Okay, it's bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's other men trying to tell you. It's like all this shit about genders, okay? It's bullshit. I don't have to agree with your fucking demons. I don't give a damn. You got something wrong with you, and you think that you're not a man, or you're not a woman, or you're whatever little thing, and you want all these little pronouns and shit. Well, I'm not going to do it. I don't have to address your demons. I don't have to agree with your fucking fantasy. And the people behind making us agree with those fantasies are not our friends. They're using it to break society. It's really very simple. People think we're progressing and we're doing all this shit. No, we're being progressed. We're being moved along like a herd, okay? Satan's been trying to do the same damn thing. He tried to do it at the Tower of Babel. He tried to do it before the flood. He's trying to open the pit and bring back his people, his demons, okay? They're trying to let him out because God said, no, you're going to stay in there, and that's that. Okay, now there is a time when Satan will be released at the end for a period, okay? But he's going to be in the pit. And that's all they're trying to do. All this CERN shit, you know, oh, we're so scientific, but we're dancing around like fucking witch doctors and putting up statues of Shiva. Don't let them shit in your mind. You're too fucking smart for this. Look behind the green curtain. And I'm not talking about politics and shit. Okay, science is no better than the Inquisition. Whoever's running it and whoever's got the money, they're telling you what science is. Science is no longer scientis. Science is not information or knowledge. It's twisted, it's torqued. Science is today in some ways, now, and there's a difference between science and technology. Don't you get pissy with me and say, oh, I love science. No, you may love your technology, but your technology may exist in spite of or instead of some sort of science, okay? There's a lot of technology they didn't really want us to have. They may have developed it. They may have used scientific methods, okay? But when you leave the scientific methods, when you leave testing metallurgy and you imagine billions of years and you can't prove it, that's feces and lies. And if you eat it, it grows in you. And that's what makes strongholds. People don't understand strongholds in the mind. Strongholds in the mind are just ideas. The idea... I've known someone that she thought she was the spawn of Satan. She thought she was the worst because a bunch of people and some demonic shit put some fucked up ideas in her head. She's a child of God. She was just lied to. We are lied to. We run away from the one we should run to because of fear, and everything is used to excite more fear. They're breaking everything, okay? They broke the connection with God, okay? They've done the counter-reformation and broken Christianity as much as they possibly can. They just put shit in everything, okay? And that's how you do it. It's like, if the glove don't fit, you have to acquit. What the hell does it have to do with anything? It's all bullshit. It's bullshit. And both sides in those trials are often just as dirty. The DA's side, they don't give a fuck about truth and honor. They don't care about that person that got murdered. They want a better job, hire some more people, mission creep, bigger department. I get to be a bigger king. You know, it's the same shit. It's just humans. Don't think here. If I think here, then I send you this level. It's not in your head. It's not in your frontal lobe. It's not even in your heart. It's like an intuition. You know it. You know him. He's there. He's never not been there. When you fell down as a little kid and you skinned your knee, it's him you were crying to. You may have said mama if you saw mama. You may have wanted mama. But she's just a representation of him loving on you. Okay, you need to understand. You're incredibly fucking special. I can't make you. You can't make you. Why should you tie you down with stupid other human ideas? You know, I have some dogs that are smarter than other dogs, and they will behave differently than another dog. They will deal with me, not deal with the other dogs, and not deal with me even as a dog. They'll deal with me kind of one-on-one. You can deal with God one-on-one. You've been doing it ever since before you popped out of your mama. Let him love on you. You're his. You don't belong to your ass, okay? You're just going to bust it. You're like me. When I was a little kid, I'd get toys. I'd tear that shit apart. I'd take my little brother's toys apart. Couldn't put the shit back together. I want to know how everything works. I'm super fucking smart. I'm going to find it out. Well, he made you smart. He made you to want that. But he made you to do it within healthy boundaries. He doesn't want to dam you up. He wants the levees. So you have the flow, so you can grow and be every single thing that the world wants to keep you from being. Let him have you. We're going to be known by our love. It's coming. It's time. You see this shit? You see this? See how I don't shave and all this stuff? Because I know him. I know him. I'm pouring water on the sacrifice. You may not know what that means. Go look up the prophet and the priests of Baal were dancing around cutting themselves. And he said, yell louder. Maybe your God's in the distance. Maybe he's on the shitter. Maybe he took a trip, right? And I'm just pouring water on it because it ain't me. It ain't me and it ain't you. It's him. Let him do his thing. You rock. You're going to rock forever. Let him rock you. Let him rock you. He'll break the world. He'll bust this shit wide open. People get saved and healed and really make changes. But where sin abounds, grace abounds that much more. Sometimes it takes a bad situation before we can see and we can start turning. Wait till the food shuts off. Wait till all this economic shit comes down. They'll be running to them. Don't worry. You don't have to worry. There's people you talk to, they don't understand. They don't believe there's a conspiracy. They don't believe the government would lie to us. They don't believe, blah, blah. They can't believe anything. They're not hungry enough. When one thing goes, people look for something else. It's like addicts. They go to AA and they stop drinking and suddenly they're emptying the coffee pot and you can smell the cigarettes 2 blocks away. We just switch. We're looking for a crutch. We're humans. You ain't no better than me. I ain't no better than you. Let him have you. You have a lot to do. You have eternity to do. You're a little G God by standards of TV. You know, you're going to have a body above the angel's body. Jesus says he's going to give you his body, a body like his body. So either he's a lying sack of crap or he's going to give you a body like his body. Now, do you think God's body, God's son's body, is worse than the angel's body? It says we were created a little lower than the angels, but crowned with glory. You need to get ready. And by the way, don't ever misinterpret me as saying that we're doing some kind of dominion theology shit and we have to do our shit or Jesus can't come down. No. It's all him. It's all the Father. But he's working through us. He gave the keys to the church. He did. He went and got the keys. Look in Philadelphia. He opens the door. He holds the door. He's the doorkeeper. But he's holding the door for you. Get him, brethren. Get him, sister. I love you. I'm going to get to look in your eyes someday. I can't see you right now. You can see me. But I'm going to get to share eternity with you, and we ain't going to be old. We have perfect bodies. I'll tell you about that sometime. God bless. All is best. Amen.